Hello, good evening. This is Louis again. Welcome to my third review. Today we're going to review my favorite Rolex. Actually, it's my only Rolex, so it is my favorite. The Rolex Explorer 2 216570, the 40th year iteration, the black dial. So, but first, wrist check as it is. I'm using the smaller brother today, little brother, the Tudor Ranger model 79950. Stainless steel band. I think I made a review of this. See, on all its glory, and with its T-fit clasp and stainless steel band, oyster band. Pretty beautiful, yeah. It's been a mainstay and my latest acquisition. Now, without any further ado, one of the comments that was told is my review's too long, so I'm going to shorten this. I'll try to make it within 12 minutes. So yes, this is the box. Obviously, it's used. I bought it at around 2014. Actually, no, 2015 when I turned 40. How can I forget? Yeah. So this is the outer box with a ubiquitous crown logo, the most recognizable brand in the world. The Rolex guarantee card, and also manual de garantía. Oh, yeah. Guarantee card as well with the number. Oops. Whoop. Yeah. And the Rolex Explorer manual again. This is where they just provide you instructions on how to set up the GMT hand. And now the main box inside. It's got that Rolex Explorer sticker just to identify their marking, and there we go. So this is where the manuals are. I just removed it because it's hard to take it off. All right, inside you've got the watch and you've got the links that I removed, and yeah. So okay, you've got the slide lock system. Of course, it's used. I just put it all in so that you can see what the full set looks like and how it's presented. But yeah. Okay, and the tags. So, tags, and also, yep. This is just showing you. It says there 216570 and all that, so it's all that jazz. So yeah, keep it. I like full sets. Being an ex-comic collector too, and also a shoe collector. You like the box, you like the set. I just like it for that collector's feeling of having a full set. Yeah. So, okay, so let's discuss a bit of specs on the 216570. So this model came out in 2011 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Rolex Explorer 2. The very first model that it's paying tribute to is actually the Rolex Explorer 1655. Because prior to this model, you have the reference 16570, the 40 millimeter. That reference 16570 is the one with the GMT hand, similar to the GMT Master 1 and 2, the triangle one. A very much loved iteration of the Rolex Explorer 2, which spanned so much. That's that form, that 40 millimeter case. Much loved by Rolex aficionados because of the polar, the white face. That's really what made it, you know, that's why it's even more expensive than the black face. However, for the 40th iteration, you've got a 216570. What made this good for me and what made me want to collect it, let me just have a sip. is I cannot afford a 1655, but I can, through saving some lunch money and a bit more, I could get the tribute 40th anniversary to the original Rolex Explorer 2. Please take note of the orange Fresion or the orange arrow GMT hand. Fresion in Italy is arrow, so that's what they call it in Italy. The Fresion GMT hand of the 1655 is similar to the 216570. However, the 1655 is only 38 millimeter, being one of its age. That's how sports watches were sized, and that's fine. One of the criticisms of the 216570 is it's too big. I don't agree with that. 42 millimeter, that's a lot of sweet spot. That's a sweet spot for a lot of wrists. For me, my sweet spot is 37 to 42. I honestly am very comfortable in wearing it. I think people are just used to the original reference of 16570, this 16570 reference, the one with the polar, the one with the one that it preceded it. Another thing that the criticism about this 216570 is that they're saying the maxi dial, it's a maxi case, bigger, 42 millimeter, and the maxi dial it's too big. The maxi dial doesn't really have that symmetry. The fat hands, the Mercedes hands, the fat seconds, hours, and minute hand, it kind of ruins the beautiful Rolex aesthetics of a sports watch. I don't agree again. How many times, and this is the thing, I'm wearing it whether at work or whether at play, how many times I get a compliment from non-watch collectors? Oh, nice watch. They don't know it's a Rolex, but nice watch. It's got an orange hand. What's that? So people that don't really collect, notice it. It's really just the Rolex aficionados that has something to compare it with, the classic 40 millimeter. But in essence, the style changes anyway. It's Rolex answer to the bigger watches of today. And bear in mind, even it's the perception of it being too big. But bear in mind, there are 45 watches right now that really are appreciated as it is. It's just that we're so used to the 16570 reference sizes. But I believe this is a sleeper. For 10 years, it stood like this. It wasn't as much love. It's like the quiet sister compared to the supermodel sister, older supermodel sister that's more famous, or the cheerleader sister. This is in the back burner of all the Rolex sports models. I really didn't care. When I saw it on an AD, I knew that this is what I like. So again, the sizing, 42 millimeter, not a factor. The maxi hands for me, not a factor. Because at the end of the day, I do not follow the herd on what everyone's buying. I follow what I really like, what looks good in my taste, and I think this is good. I love it. It's got history. It's got a tribute to the original 1655 that I love, but I couldn't afford. So I got this. I got this instead, and I still think it's a better watch because it's got a 3187 movement, parachrome. It's got a parachrome setting feature, shock absorbing parachrome and dampeners, and 48 hours power reserve. Again, now it's superseded with 70-hour power reserve for the newer movement for the 226570, but I don't care. I like it. It's waterproof for 100 meters. Some features aside from that, 42 millimeter size, 12.5 millimeter thickness, 50.1 lug to lug length longitudinally, 21 millimeter strap size, or lug to lug distance in between. I've mentioned already 48-hour power reserve. You've got a fixed bezel, 24-hour bezel. One more feature that it has, the GMT has got a quick set hour if you're moving. So if you're moving from city to city, from country to country, you need to set the quick hour hand. It's so quick to adjust the quick set. It's on the third or fourth setting. It's easy. You can fiddle with it. It's very easy to set. Now, another thing too that's a difference with the new 226-570 and this 216. The black face of the 226 doesn't have a phantom hand. If you look at closely, all the hands have got blackened stems from its origin, the hands. That's again to pay tribute again, let me reiterate, to the original 1655. How good is that, you know? So you've got the phantom hands that they call. The new one, the 226570, doesn't have that. The new 226570 also has a 70-hour power reserve, if I'm mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm more than happy to be corrected with that. But yeah. Now, they were saying that supposedly a lot of people are requesting or expecting the stainless steel bezel to be replaced by ceramic. For me, part of the appeal of this more subdued tool watch look is the steel bezel. How it was before with Rolex, before all these crazy prices. How it was. It was a tool watch. It had a purpose. It's something you use every day. It's something that's robust. Every man's, not really every man's, I would say. It's expensive watch, but every watch aficionado's tool watch that can withstand everyday rigor. If it gets scratched, you don't want to scratch it, but if it gets scratched, it will survive it. The movement will tick away. How many 1655 now that's well taken care of, and the movement is still ticking away like it came out of the factory yesterday. That's the quality of Rolex. That's what you're really buying for. For me, I've had this watch since 2015. It's still COSC mass chronometer, chronometer certified, +2, -2 seconds. It's so accurate. Bear in mind, it's probably needing maintenance soon, but even then, it's ticking like a fine Swiss Rolex watch. So reliable. I think that's what you're paying for it. It's just so good. Yeah, so that's the criticism there, and that's why for me the size and the maxi dial, it's not a big deal. Another thing too that I would like to explain, this one, the Oyster, the 906 bracelet is so comfortable. One of the reasons I bought the Tudor watch in stainless steel bracelet is the comfortable bracelet. This hugs my wrist so perfectly. Now let's try it on. See how it fits in my 17.1 centimeter wrists. What? There you go. So it's perfect. You know, it's not too big. If you're wearing it, another thing too that I like about this is the versatility. You can wear it under a suit, long sleeves. It will fit. Like, see? It's okay. It's not cumbersome. You know it's there, but it's not gonna be a hindrance wearing it under long sleeves. So nice. See? So either way, it's a keeper, guys. So the 216570 is such a beautiful Rolex. It's understated. And another thing that's an advantage of it, not everyone's wearing it. Unlike the Submariner, God bless Submariner or owners, it's a classic. It's the most famous, most copied watch, not just Rolex, copied watch, bar none. But that's also the problem with it. Everyone has one. Like, I attended one of the get-togethers here in Sydney, and you'll get at least 3 bringing one and another 5 wearing one, whatever, you know. But with me, there's a few of us that likes Rolex, and then you see them. Oh, you're also an RE2 lover, yeah. Oh, good, RE2. So there's only a few of you, and I like that. It's not, you know, so common, but it's still a Rolex. You still enjoy the accuracy, and uh, you still enjoy the same DNA. It's still there. Again, so now, who is it for? I always see that as one of the recommendations of viewers. Who is it for? Really, everyone that likes a robust, activity-based adventure watch. The only thing that will limit you is the size of your wrist. Being 42 millimeter, it takes away anything with a 16 centimeter wrist. It's a bit too small for you. Rolex Sports aficionados on the waiting list that can't get the Submariner or can't get their GMT, like me, who's forever in the waiting list. Yeah, you know, you can still find a Rolex Explorer 2. It's easier to find, and it's also not in ridiculous reseller prices, ridiculous flipper prices, you know. So that's another thing too that it will suit is the subtle Swiss collector that haven't got a Rolex yet but would like to try something that you don't have to shell too much money, and you would rather have that quiet beauty that's not as common too. So that's another one. Who will suit it to? Those that have a lot of diver watches, and you wanna divert into the field GMT type Explorer watches, then you got this. So that's another one. That's the third. The fourth, travelers, businessmen who are not really collectors but would like to have a Swiss watch to use to mark a special birthday or anniversary, you know. That's another thing. Might as well get Rolex Explorer 2. This is something that's attainable in terms of availability, not about money, because most of the people that's going to buy that would be able to afford it. It's more of being available in your authorized dealer. There'd still be waiting time, but it's not going to be as long as a GMT or a Submariner or a Daytona. Daytona, forget about it. You'll be, unless you are a VIP, super VIP, you know. But for us normal folk that's not in that level, it's perfect. For me, those are the people that suits the Rolex Explorer 2. So let me know what you think with the Explorer 2 216570, a discontinued version. Again, thank you for listening in. Let me know your honest opinion, and I'll see you again soon. Maybe next week I'll go for another vlog. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. Bye.